Nahki, obviously you were committed to Pitt for a long time, and this is your hometown program. So, now being on campus, being a member of the football program, how comfortable do you feel?
I feel really comfortable, just from being around this players for so long and talking to them, even when I was still in high school and getting to know everything. I always felt like I was a player, just not on campus yet. But now that I'm on campus, I really feel like officially like a player. And it's pronounced Nikai, not Nahki. Yeah.
Nakai, growing up here, you had a chance to see Pitt play, and you've had a chance to probably see, a lot of top talent in defensive linemen. You being a defensive end, you just saw two All-Americans play all of this last season. How excited does that get you to see that kind of production from those guys and what that might do for your game growing in the next few years?
It was one of the things that, led me to committing here so early because I know they had a lot of, success in my position. Like the defensive line, like I've been saying, I feel like Coach Partridge is one of the best defensive line coaches in the country. And just allowing him to, develop me, I know I put all my trust in him.
Nikai, how much credit do you give yourself for Elliot and Dorian coming here as well?
I give myself at least like half the credit, just texting them and knowing them outside of football, just growing up with both of them. I grew up with both of them. I knew them before all the offers, before high school, before all of that. And just like knowing them and having that personal connection, I really feel like that helped them a lot to, going. Cause I feel like where we were going is where we were going. You know what I'm saying? So like if we decided to go anywhere, we were probably going to all go together.
Nikai, you committed to Pitt, I believe, the summer of your going into your junior year of high school. What was that like being committed for that long, knowing that some schools, a lot of schools, were probably trying to, flip you? Was that a difficult process for you?
Yeah, at times it really was because, when I committed, I was at the peak of getting my offers, so like I was just starting to get a whole bunch of like really good offers. And I think at that time, people were asking me, why'd you commit so early? Wait till you get more offers. Everybody was looking at it like you got all these other schools you could go to. Like, why not wait to commit so you can get more offers so you could become a 5-star? But I really don't look at like the ratings and the media and all that stuff. If I truly wanted to go somewhere, then if that's where my heart's at, that's where I'm going to go. And Pitt was where my heart was at the time. And I'm glad I made that decision. I'm still happy with my decision.
Why did you commit so early? I mean, what was it about Pitt that attracted you so early?
Me, I'm just the type of guy that if I see something and I like it, then that's what I'm going with 100%. And I usually don't go back on my word. So when I was talking to Coach Partridge, I thought about everything. I thought about the rest of the schools I had. I thought about the rest of the schools in the country. And, I was like, I just don't think they're going to offer me what Pitt will offer me. So when I made that decision, I just stuck with it. And I told my mom.
How exciting is it to, step up into a program that you saw had a lot of production on the field? Guys like Rashad and Patrick are preparing for the draft. I mean, how exciting is to join that kind of thing?
It's very exciting, just to know that like in a few years, that could be me in the same position. You know what I'm saying? They came from, schools just like my school. Not everybody in Pitt has come from like a top tier program or a program that recruits. We all come from like a lot of people here have come from like public schools, just local schools, and just seeing the way they developed over the years from becoming like a 3-star recruit, 2-star recruit to now about to go to the NFL draft is just really exciting.
How much did you follow Pitt as a kid?
As a kid, college football, I watched it, but I never really had like a true favorite team. I was the guy who used to just watch all the highlights and stuff. But if you were to turn on a Pitt game, if you were to ask me who my favorite team was, I would most likely say Pitt, just because I'm a Pittsburgh person. I'm a hometown everything. Like favorite team, Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't watch baseball, but if you ask me who my favorite baseball team is, I would have said the Pirates. I'm a Pittsburgh guy. I put on for Pittsburgh.
How important when you go back home or opportunities where you're back home off campus, what's it like just to wear the colors and know that you're representing your hometown?
A lot of people give me a lot of respect, walking around. Everybody, it's feel like I'm like I'm humble, but like half the time I really do feel like a superstar walking around, in the mall. people looking at me. They're like, is that Nikai Johnson? You know, people coming up to me wanting to take pictures and stuff. I do feel like a superstar, but at the same time, I got to be humble because I'm still at the beginning. You know, I haven't really earned anything. I just got here.
What has this process been like so far for you? Kind of early enrolling, and you're getting into winter workouts now, pushing towards spring ball here.
The process it's moving. I wouldn't say I'm like above where I'm supposed to be, but like I'm right. For me, coming straight out of high school and, you know, not knowing anything about any of this stuff, I feel like I'm moving at the pace that I'm supposed to be moving at. Progressing every week. I'm never going down. I'm not staying the same. Like I'm gaining more knowledge. You know, my weight's going up. When I got here, I was about like 230. I'm around like 240, 245 right now, you know, so I'm progressing and I'm happy with the progression.
What was it about Charlie Partridge that kind of stood out to you when he was recruiting you? I mean, was it, you know, did he show you any film of certain guys or tell you how you would fit within the defense? I mean, what was the pitch, I guess, from his perspective there?
Honestly, the field on the play stood for itself, you know, just seeing all the people that came from him and all the people that were under his wing that are now in the NFL spoke for itself. He didn't even have to bring that up, and I already knew that. But truthfully, what really pulled me in was just him as a person. You know, I feel like me and Coach Partridge, we have more of a personal connection more than a business connection, you know. I just everything about Coach Partridge is just, I thought was the right choice and like a person that I wanted to coach me.
Nikai, you're obviously a defensive end, but has there been any talk about maybe playing outside linebacker at some point?
Not as of right now, no, but I know anything could happen. And I like in the weight room when I walk around, I hear a lot of people saying, you know, oh, I thought you were outside linebacker, or, oh, you're built just like an outside linebacker, because I'm not like the biggest defensive end in the weight room, you know what I'm saying? I'm off to I wouldn't say the smaller side, but like, yeah, I would say I'm off to the smaller side, but like most people, yeah, they do compare me to like outside linebacker. But if that's what they want to do, then that's what they want to do. I wouldn't complain about it. I'm just still happy to be here.
Nikai, who are the players that you idolized growing up that you said, hey, I want to play like that guy, you know, whether it was in college or in the pros, and was some of that seeing guys that were more like you, maybe on the smaller side, that made big plays off the edge?
Honestly, I always thought I was going to be an outside linebacker, to be honest, when I was growing up. So I always based my game off of people like Von Miller, the people off the edge, super quick, like DeMarcus Ware, Von Miller, when they both were on the same team. You know, I was really big. That's when the Broncos went to the championship. That's when I was really like at my prime and watching football. Also defensive inside, people like Myles Garrett, like he was just a freak. And I was like, man, if I could I was trying to compare myself to him, trying to get built like him, you know what I'm saying? People like that.
You said you were at 245. Do you plan to keep going? Maybe get up to 260?
Yeah, my plan right now is to at least get in like the 250, 255 range. If I need to get to 260, then I'll get to 260. But I feel like I would be good playing at a good 250, 255, because like I said, I'm a smaller, quicker guy. And they told me, I mean, weight is a big part, but like it all just goes to how my body is, because I don't really want to be like a fat 260 or fat 260. Like I want, everything about me has to be lean. Like I've never been like a very fat person. I've always been lean.
Okay, one more quick question. When you were committed to Pitt, what were those conversations like when other schools would call you?
You know, some schools would just not even bring up the fact that I was committed. They would still just talk to me and recruit me as if I was just still out here, just like as a free agent. Other schools, you know, when I would talk to them, they would try to I would say talk down about Pitt, you know, try to say that they're better than Pitt, more arrogant. Oh, we have more fans here. Why would you go there? This school's way better. Plus, we got more people getting drafted than them, you know. But at the end of the day, I made my decision, and I really don't go back on my decision. I would hear them, you know. I wouldn't entertain it, but I would just be like, okay, yeah, you know.
Kai, you had mentioned about staying around home. How involved is your family in your football career, and hopefully if fans are allowed to come, how exciting will it be to have them at Heinz Field?
Like right now, as of right now, I'm like the superstar of the family. You know, everything is on my back right now. You know, all my cousins, everybody just texting me, talking to me, just congratulating me, just them seeing me like progress as a kid who just played for a little league team, now becoming this Division I athlete. You know, everybody is proud of me, and definitely my parents. You know, my parents are like my biggest supporters. They know everything. My dad's looking up my name on Google every 5 minutes to see what the latest post about me. You know, he probably has all of you guys on everything. And yeah, it's exciting. You know, I'm glad they're here to support me. You know, I have a really good family that supports me a lot.
Anything else? All good. Nikai, great job. Outstanding debut interview for us at Pitt. Really appreciate your time today. Thanks.
Thank you. I appreciate being here.
Thank you, Nikai. Good luck to you.
Yes, thank you.
We'll have one more guest today. And, Mr. PJ O'Brien should be joining us shortly. And here he is, our second guest of the day, PJ O'Brien. Thanks for joining us.
How you doing?
Doing well. We have a good group of local Pittsburgh media for you here today. We have a couple questions for you, so we'll go ahead and open up for questions for PJ.
PJ, before you came to Pitt, I know you did like a little visit on your own. How important was it to kind of get a feel for Pittsburgh before kind of making that decision late in the process?
You know, coming close to signing day was very important because I had to just figure out an option in the home to be at. And when I came up to Pitt, it was just like amazing, like especially the city, the people, and the coaches. So it was amazing. That was huge.
PJ, you had a ton of offers, and I was wondering which schools were you considering at the end there along with Pitt?
I was actually committed to Auburn University. I mean, University of Auburn. So it was closed.
So either Pitt or Auburn, is that the decision you had to make?
Sure.
What swayed it in Pittsburgh's favor?
Say that again.
What swayed it in Pitt's favor? Why'd you come to Pitt?
Coach Partridge, like he's been on me since like my sophomore year of high school, and once I decommitted from Auburn, he just chopped it up with me, and the connection just got back like this. And I also had former players like Marquez Williams, Vincent Davis, Aiden Henningham from my high school, so I was like, that's a good connection. So I could take what they give me throughout my freshman year and just soak it in as a sponge and become a successful player.
PJ, how much was the style important to you, the style of defense that Pitt plays?
Oh, I love it. Like DeMar, Paris, they were some big time players, and I can contribute my style of game to them. So they was definitely like one of my role models and a reason why, Pitt was just showing me. And that also that, they were seniors and they both going to the NFL. So I feel like it's a great chance I get a chance to play, get my feet wet this year and, contribute to the team.
You consider yourself a hard hitter? You play like Paris?
Hard hitter, tackler, ball. I'm going to get the ball, pick, touchdown. It don't matter, coach.
PJ, what is it like you know that, you've seen people like Paris and DeMar head to the draft, but then you had like safeties like from the area and playing at Pitt, like Jordan Whitehead just won a Super Bowl ring. What's seeing defensive backs like that and their success do for your confidence and just your belief in yourself and the excitement that you have for playing at Pitt?
Oh, it's very huge because I know it's a connection. Like DBs from Pittsburgh going to the NFL, producing. So I just know, you come in, be successful, and also do great in classes too. You want to be a student athlete, and just be successful. And like you don't think about going to the NFL. That's my dream. But right now I got to get what's done now in college. I got to get it done. I got to get everything done.
PJ, how quickly did Coach Partridge give you a ring or shoot you a text after you decommitted from Auburn?
Nah, Coach Partridge, he was like, just on me. And also Coach Dews too. Coach Dews hit me. And I was just like, you know what? It's just about family. It's like family here. Once I got that bond with Coach Dews and Coach Partridge, that was just showing just love and just love. So that tied like a bond between us, and that was very great. I loved it.
You talk like a safety, PJ. Can you play corner too, or you basically a safety?
Anything, Coach. Whatever Coach Dews want me at, I'm done, Coach.
What about quarterback? You can play quarterback?
I could do a little something, Coach. I could do a little something.
PJ, have you? Go ahead, Kelly.
No, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, Florida guy, are you ready to play in these cold winters up here in Pittsburgh?
That's been an impact. Like each day I just get used to it. So it's fine. It's fine. I'm ready. It's like, when I get on the field, I just get my jumps in, get my yell out the way, and I'm ready to play.
I promise there is grass under that snow somewhere. You might see sometime.
I finally seen it today, Coach.
Was there anyone in this freshman class that you really connected with?
Oh, most definitely Nikai Johnson. He's also my roommate, and and both of us could be a big impact on the defense, Pitt's defense. And just being an early enrollee, getting to know some more stuff. So when other freshmen come in, or say the season actually start, we'll be ahead.
PJ, a lot of times the guy who commits first ends up being kind of the ringleader of the class, the leader of the class. Do you kind of feel that way with Nikai, the way that the whole recruiting process? I know you came in later than everyone else, but do you kind of feel that?
Yes, I feel like he set the tone, because after his commitment, he had others committing, and especially me. Like he reached out to me too. He reached out to me, but I wasn't really, I didn't know anything about Pitt. I didn't know anything. But when he reached out to me, I just took it in and was just thinking on it. And he's a big impact for me coming to Pitt too. Chopped it up.
Did he reach out to you before the coaches did?
No, sir. Coach Partridge reached out to me, then Dews. And then after that, I guess, the players, players reached out to me and were just telling me,
Let me take a guess here. You really enjoy playing football.
Yes, sir. I love it. I love it, Coach.
You seem to be a bit of a high energy guy. You and Vincent Day, were you guys going to go head to head in the high energy football guy kind of thing?
Just get your cameras ready, please. Get them ready.